Kenyatta has just been allowed to give his first press conference since his conviction 9 years ago, and Nigel Ryan flew to Maralao to interview him for this program.
Mr. Kenyatta, some people here are afraid that your release from custody would be a signal for more tribal violence in Kiiniya.
That is not so.
You think there is absolutely no danger of...
No danger at all. That's only imaginary danger.
How would you summarize your policy?
Political policy? I am an African nationalist, wanting my people to have their own independence, just like any other country. I don't think there is any reason why Kenya will not get her independence today. Look at Tanganyika, look at Somaliland, look at Sudan just next door. I don't think these territories are more advanced than Kenya. I do not think so. The only thing is that there are some stubborn people in Kenya who do not want Africans to get their freedom. I have dedicated my life to the service of my people, and no material gain or anything else which should make me move from that line. That is, I'll continue to fight for the freedom of my people as long as I live.
In Nairobi, the crisis has hit business, and capital is leaving the country at the rate of £1 million a month. The Asian middlemen have suffered worst of all. Many have had to shut up shop or cut prices drastically to stay in business. Africans too are out of work, many of them Kikuyu tribesmen recently released from prison. Outside the labor exchange, crowds of them gather daily, unable to find jobs. On the surface, Nairobi is still prosperous and peaceful, but there's no doubt in anybody's mind that independence must come. The only question that remains to be resolved is when.
When would you like to see Kiiniya independent?
Well, I don't care any day.
Immediately.
I would very much like to see it independent when the government here and in England consider that the Africans have sufficient knowledge to run it successfully and bring prosperity to the country.
As long as I can see, Northern Frontier is very behind. I don't think Kenya is able to get independent at this moment, but unless another 20 years' time.
Yeah, you better next year, and Kenyatta must be released immediately.
Anytime, even now, if possible.
Any time at all?
Anytime.
Well, I think as a businessman, and I think I can also talk for the majority of other business people, well, the sooner the better. But of course, there is a big if about it. We've got to have responsible people that are fit to govern us.
For the moment, the crisis seems to have eased, but among the white settlers in Nairobi and the surrounding countryside, the memory still remains of the 95 Europeans and hundreds of Africans who were hacked to death in the days of Mau Mau violence. If Europeans stay on, will there be more violence? If they leave, will there be another Congo?
At both ends of the scale, views are strong, feelings run high. Can there be a compromise, or must there be a collision? The answer to this depends, I think, on two factors. Will the Africans pause for a moment in the race for independence to realize that in their own best interest they must make it attractive for Europeans to stay on? And for their part, are the Europeans ready in their heart of hearts to accept that Kiiniya is not a county of the British Isles, but part of a rapidly evolving Africa?